Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I am Vijay and I make videos around AI and LLMs. So if this is something that interests you, then do consider subscribing to my channel. With that, let's dive into today's video. So this is going to be a playlist consisting of a bunch of videos discussing the various prompting techniques. I think the larger sort of subject area is prompt engineering, but we'll focus on the subset, on this particular subset, discussing the various prompting techniques. Yeah, in this video I thought maybe I'll start with an introduction, and maybe we'll try and build an intuition as to why we need different prompting techniques. And in the videos to come, I'll discuss specific techniques such as zero shot or few shot prompting, chain of thought prompting, and so on. I'll discuss a bunch of them also that's not listed here, but I'll add them as we go. I'll also try and cover some advanced ones. Let's see how it goes, right? But yeah, coming back to today's video, maybe I thought I'll start with a quick overview of what an LLM is and how the prompting works, right? So you can think of LLM as a black box. Like a simplified version of it is to think of it as a black box, right? And the at the core, an LLM is or was meant to be a next word predictor. So you give it a sentence and it effectively finds the most probable next word. But what happened was, when large quantity of data was fed into it, or rather when it was trained on large quantities of data, it showed some emergent properties, right? And what I mean by that is it showed properties that which it wasn't intended to in the first place. So it became good at summarizing data, translating, for doing sentiment analysis, drafting, I don't know, emails, finding spam or not. And you could also extend it to mathematics, right? Working around equations, reasoning, or for that matter coding as well. um, so the way you take advantage of these emergent properties is by writing effective prompts. So you and prompt is what basically a set of instructions and guides as to what you want the LLM to do, right? And as the saying goes, right, garbage in, garbage out. You feed in a bad prompt, you're going to get bad quality of data or output. Now sure, it might do the job, but when it comes to production grade applications, or dealing with some complex matter, um, the as a user, you want to have as much as control over the prompt as possible, right? And let's try and work out some examples, right? So I'm using OpenAI's Playground. This is similar to ChatGPT, but just that you have a greater control over the kind of models you can use. I think I'll just go with a cheaper and faster model. You also have system prompts and that can be added here. Let's not go over any of this for time being. What we'll do is we'll just focus on writing the prompts, right? Let's say I want to do a text completion, right? Let's say the sky is, and I just feed it or let's say the sky is what. Now this is completing the text, the sky is blue. But what if I wanted to maybe write a complete sentence, not just a single word? So I could say complete the sentence in one line, and I could say the sky is. Now you can see it didn't stop at the sky is a single word, but it gave a complete sentence. So the way I prompted helped the LLM in guiding the answer. Now what if I had wanted I don't know, like a uh, essay, right? I could say sky. Now it's not going to know what it wants to do, right? It looks like you mentioned sky. Could you please clarify or provide more details as to what you want to do? So I could say write an essay on sky. Now sure, it's going to do its job. It's drafting an essay. But what if I had wanted it to be within, I don't know, 50 words? So I could say write an essay on sky, limit it to 50 words, use pointers in between to highlight key features. I don't know if features make sense here, but yeah. So you see how I provided more context to the kind of output I wanted, and has given me a specific set of output, right? Now of course I could go ask it to translate, summarize, I don't know, right? And I'm only scratching the surface here, but I think already we have sort of built an intuition as to what the LLM can do, or rather what the prompt can do to an LLM, right? You saw how we said sky and it gave an answer, but when I said write an essay on sky, it gave a different answer, right? And all of this is based on the kind of data it was trained on, right? Now let's say I want to write or rather find the top 5 um, highest grossing movies. Okay, it's asking me for some more things. But what if I had wanted this question to be an SQL prompt, right? Like maybe I'm working with an SQL data and want this question to be crafted as a SQL query. So I can say write an SQL query to find this, right? So of course it has assumed data, that's not the point, but the thing is now we have got an SQL query. So you can see how the way I prompted guided the model or the LLM to give a specific answer, right? When I only mentioned find the top 5, it sort of thought more in a realistic, like a general knowledge sense. It was trying to find out, hey, give me the time period I want, I'll find it for you. But when I said, hey, write an SQL query for me, it just gave me a code for that matter, right? And I think now we have sort of strengthened the intuition that we built. uh, and like I mentioned, I'm only scratching the surface, right? For different use cases, different kind of prompts has to be built, and that in essence is why we need different prompting techniques. um, so that will be the end of this video, I guess. I don't want to make it too long, but of course in the coming videos look forward to the ones where I discuss each of these techniques in detail, and with specific examples. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and if you do like it, uh, maybe drop a comment and let me know what kind of prompting techniques you want me to go over in specific. Thanks for watching.